E-Magazine presents a historical document dated March 25, 1792, but it is as current as today's news. It is a statement read by a French colonist and member of the legislature at a time where French colonists were worried about the 1791 uprising and the increasing wretchedness of the French vengeful extrajudicial killings that followed. Battle plans were being drawn for a systemic war of extermination of the freemen of color and the slave population at the French colony of Saint-Domingue, today's Haiti. Those not killed could be marooned to distant islands with very low chance of survival. The French colonists and legislators said, and I quote, "None are neither free nor safe. None are sure about tomorrow. Neither the oppressors nor the oppressed could contain or suppress the actions of those who may be restrained only by force." We kept talking about public good and happiness, yet no one is happy but those who dwell or exert violence and licentiousness of all kinds. The regime that we swore to protect is only manifest through impunity and lawlessness. The authorities that we're set to uphold and enforce the laws had become despotic. They foster bad ambitions to remain in power. The authorities fail to know the extent of their attributions. They are in a state of perpetual anxiety, which made us think there's constant pressure for them to do their job. Let the laws finally speak, and let those who protect the laws very well execute such laws in proportion to those who choose to ignore them. It is fair to say to some who are guilty for not acting in accordance with the law, when every day we allow those who voluntarily act against it to act with impunity. Establish, organize, and distinguish the authorities that must govern the country so that in the future individuals will not establish themselves at their whim on their own authority as inquisitors, legislators, administrators, judges, and executioners. The citizen will therefore be protected under the law. It could be helpful that we must prepare to act before, during, and after experiencing the horrors of the fire. So when we return home, we no longer have to fear the horrors of anarchy. In the name of public good, do not be deaf to my voice. What else could I propose that is not dictated by the greatest wisdom? I am telling you, we must establish order and not cause destruction or upheaval. For the legislator who surrounds himself with ruins runs the risk of being crushed by them. We must preserve what's good, rectify what's bad, and add to what's insufficient. We must not make the best laws possible, but the best laws for Saint-Domingue. In our plans, we need to remember that men do not change their minds overnight, that prejudices have great power over reason, that passions have their habits that could only be destroyed progressively. Accordingly, respecting the long-standing customs, properties, and class distinctions established by society, and for its preservation, this is the duty imposed upon us by our ministry. If we do not want to see the greatest misfortunes unfold, we must always be just but not imprudent. All of Saint-Domingue is in arms and flooded with bandits. Let's not allow ourselves to be dominated by these circumstances. Let's ensure that our policies are not complicit to the events. The times of revolution is always favorable to great endeavors. That is why you have seen previously unknown claims arise. It is up to the legislator to judge them and preserve things in their proper relationship to one another. Signed, an unknown French legislator and colonist.